Today, we explore Keane, the autobiography, the raw, uncompromising story of one of football's most intense and complex figures, Roy Keane. But this book is not just about football. It is about leadership, resilience, discipline, regret, and the price of standing by your principles. Let's dive into the life lessons that emerge from Roy Keane's story. First, total commitment is non-negotiable. For Keane, anything less than full effort was unacceptable. Whether in training, in matches, or even in daily habits, he demanded complete commitment from himself and from those around him. The lesson is clear. Success in any field requires more than talent. It demands a relentless, all-in attitude. You cannot fake intensity. It shows. Second, standards are everything. Throughout his career, Keane held himself and his teammates to impossibly high standards. He refused to tolerate laziness, arrogance, or complacency. This obsession with standards drove Manchester United's golden era of success. In life and in business, the people and organizations who consistently win are those who refuse to lower their standards when it gets tough. Third, leadership is not about being liked. Keane's leadership style was divisive, brutally honest, often confrontational, and never sugar-coated. But he cared deeply about the team. He understood that true leadership is not a popularity contest. It is about pushing people to be better, even if they resent you in the moment. Being respected matters far more than being liked. Fourth, own your mistakes, but do not dwell on them. Keane is honest about his flaws. Moments of rashness, anger, and pride that sometimes hurt his career, but he never wallows in self-pity. He accepts responsibility, learns the lesson, and moves on. The ability to take ownership without becoming paralyzed by regret is a rare and valuable trait. Fifth, principles come with a cost. Keane's unwavering loyalty to his values, honesty, effort, loyalty, often brought him into conflict with authority figures. His refusal to back down during the infamous Saipan incident before the 2002 World Cup cost him the chance to play for Ireland again. The lesson is sharp. If you live by strong principles, you must be prepared to pay the price. Integrity is not cheap. Sixth, the hunger to improve never ends. Despite all his success, Keane never felt he had arrived. He trained harder after victories than after defeats. He constantly looked for weaknesses to address. This relentless drive for improvement is a hallmark of true greatness. You never coast your way to sustained excellence. Seventh, channel your anger. Do not be consumed by it. Keane's fierce intensity sometimes boiled over destructively, but when controlled, it fueled some of his greatest performances. Emotion, even anger, can be a powerful motivator if you learn to direct it with discipline. Uncontrolled, it destroys. Harnessed, it propels you beyond limits. Eighth, preparation is everything. Keane emphasizes how seriously he took preparation, studying opponents, working on fitness, obsessing over small details. When you prepare properly, you do not just react, you anticipate. In football, in business, and in life, success often belongs to those who are ready before the opportunity comes. Ninth, loyalty should be earned, not given blindly. Keane was fiercely loyal to those who earned his respect, his mentors, his trusted teammates. But he refused blind loyalty to institutions or authority figures who betrayed their own principles. In your own life, loyalty should be based on mutual respect and shared values, not blind obedience. 10th, you must know when to walk away. Toward the end of his playing career, Keane sensed his body and influence waning. Rather than cling to past glories, he made the hard decision to step away from Manchester United. Later, he applied the same logic in management. The lesson here is powerful. There is wisdom in knowing when a chapter is over, and the courage to move on to the next. Ultimately, Keane, The autobiography is a story of fierce ambition, uncompromising honesty, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. But it is also a story about the costs of living that way. The loneliness, the conflict, the sacrifices. Keane's life reminds us that success without principles is hollow. But living with principles is often painful. The question is, what are you willing to endure for what you believe in? Thank you for listening to this summary of Keane, the autobiography. If you found value in this, please like this audio and subscribe for more book summaries that inspire strength, resilience, and leadership in your own life. More powerful lessons are on the way. Stay tuned.